Well, the VIPs were the three first prize winners in our Railway of the Future competition. So Karen went along with another Karen, and Maria and Alexander, to the starting point of the 500-mile journey, which began at Newcastle Central Station.
Laden races played by the York Railway Institute Silver Band and a cheering crowd. That was the scene that welcomed our prize winners to Platform 8. They were very much the centre of attention even before the naming ceremony began. The train hadn't even arrived at the station yet, but the party was in full swing. A special hello to Maria, Karen and Alexander, top winners from 53,273 entries in our Railway of the Future competition, was flashed up on the huge departure board. At 11:15, the Intercity 125 power car that our prize winners were to name slid into the station. There were plenty of top brass around from British Rail, and area manager Peter Newbold was the first of the official speakers.
We're here to celebrate two occasions: the departure of our new Cornishman Express on its first run at high speed to Penzance, and to name the power car of the train. So it's with great pleasure I ask Rob Mason of Intercity to say a few words.
I'm delighted to welcome three very special people here today, the three first prize winners from each category. Part of their prize is to name one of our Intercity 125 power cars Blue Peter 2. So I'd now like to ask Blue Peter to officially name this power car Blue Peter 2.
Peter Newbold, Rob Mason, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's 39 years since the Blue Peter 532 first went into service, and on the programme we've always had a very special interest in that magnificent Class A2 Pacific loco. Well, now through a Railway of the Future competition, we've moved into the 1990s with this splendid Intercity 125 power car. And it's a great privilege for me to be here today and also to be sharing this naming ceremony with three VIPs. There's 6-year-old Maria Dias from Romford in Essex, 8-year-old Karen Ward from Rochester in Kent, and 15-year-old Alexander Milne from Fraserburgh in Scotland. And now, on behalf of Blue Peter viewers everywhere, I'd like them to perform the naming ceremony.
The great moment had finally arrived. Maria, Karen and Alexander each pulled their cords, and Blue Peter 2 was officially named.
What do you think of the flag, Maria? It's my cousin's favourite colour.
Oh, that's lucky, so it's a good colour. What about you, Karen?
It's really nice.
It looks very, very clean today. It's the cleanest train I've ever seen. They've obviously done a great job polishing it all that for us.
There was just time to take pictures for the next day's newspapers before Maria was helped into the cab. The rest of the party joined the train. There was a big send-off at the start of the historic journey with the new Blue Peter 2, the destination Penzance in Cornwall. Each of the prize winners took it in turns to travel in the cab. There are strict rules about the number that can be there at any one time. Maria said the cab reminded her of an aeroplane cockpit. But the Blue Peter 2 was very much on the ground and in safe hands. The driver, Charlie Green, has been driving trains for 40 years. It was a real treat to travel in the cab. After all, it's not every day that you get a view looking out of the front of a train. Karen swapped places with Maria at Darlington. She won the competition with her ideas on stations of the future, but she was just as interested in the layout of the cab as she was in the stations that flashed past.
Yeah, lovely. I think another 20 minutes and she could drive this train.
Doing a lot of a job today.
Next, it was Alexander's turn in the cab. The previous fastest time from Newcastle to Penzance was 10 hours and 40 minutes. But today, the new Cornishman service aimed to knock 2 hours off that journey time. At the halfway point, the Blue Peter 2 was on target for the record.
Ladies and gentlemen, the buffet car is still open for drinks and light refreshments.
Oh, look, here comes our first customer.
Hello.
What would you like, sir?
I'd like a bacon and tomato roll, cheese salad sandwich, a cup of tea, and a lemonade, please.
Have we got all those things? Alexander,
Yes?
here's a bacon and tomato roll and a cup of tea, please.
One bacon and tomato roll coming up.
Okay. And have you got a cup? Right, those up there. Thank you. How is that for efficient service?
Not bad at all.
That's £2.95, please. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
While Alexander and Maria helped the stewards, Karen was out with the guard, checking tickets. Just outside Plymouth and Devon, the train had to slow down for a few miles, but all was still looking good for the record-breaking journey. On some stretches, it had reached speeds of 125 miles an hour. At 6 o'clock, it was supper time, a meal that included, of course, Cornish pasties.
Have you been enjoying today?
Yeah.
What have you liked best so far?
And the train and the cab.
What about you, Maria? Are you enjoying yourself?
Yes.
What bit have you liked best so far?
I liked all of it.
Have you? Well, Karen, you've been playing away here with your game. What score have you got up to so far?
600 and something.
You've done very well. I think I've got up to about 23 so far. Have you enjoyed yourself today?
Yeah.
What have you liked?
The ride in the cab best.
Next, there was a big surprise from Intercity.
Best wishes to Blue Peter.
Would you like to have a bite off that? Cake's a lot bigger than your mouth. You'll have to open that very wide to get it in. Cramming it all in. Do you like it? Oh, look. See over there? That's St. Michael's Mount.
St. Michael's Mount meant that the Blue Peter 2 was just minutes away from Penzance, where another reception had been promised. But no one had expected anything on the scale of the one that awaited the train. The station had turned discotheque, and it seemed that everyone in Penzance had come to the party. Radio Cornwall had been running news stories about Maria, Karen and Alexander all day, and a huge cheer went up for them as they received presentation plaques to celebrate the arrival in Cornwall of the Cornishman train. The party went on long after the train's arrival, a happy ending to an exciting day for our prize winners. A record for the journey had been set, 8 hours and 40 minutes, and it was the newly named Blue Peter 2 that had done it.